So in an attempt to clear out my gaming backlog after years of buying games on sale, I've decided to go for all the achievements and trophies in each game to truly say that I've completed a game from my backlog. And which game did we decide to start off with this time? Well, none other than Death's Door, an indie game released in July of 2021 to a lot of love from the indie scene and review sites alike. I chose this game because I wanted to work my way through a good smaller size game before I ultimately suffer through the bigger, bolder, and possibly trashier games that exist in 2024. And for those that have been wondering where I've been and what's been going on with the channel, I've been streaming over on TikTok. Yes, TikTok. And yes, you can find me over there. I'm currently working on getting my stream keys so that I can record footage for these videos and live stream so that you can watch along with me. Link in the description below for those that want to be a part of the journey. Another journey you can be a part of is joining our Discord server, and I say "our" because it truly is a community that I want to grow and cherish with you guys. So that will also be in the description of this video and in my channel links as well. And once we hit 100 members, we'll be doing a giveaway for a SCUF controller. So with all that out of the way, let's go over how this will play out. Like the other two videos in this style, I will go over how I got them and explain it so that you yourself can get every achievement if you choose to do this hunt as well. Death's Door is a Zelda type game, which was nice because I haven't really delved into that style of game and I found myself really enjoying it. It has a cool art style, great music, and an interesting setting. There are 24 achievements in the game and can be obtained in just one playthrough, unless you're an idiot like me and chose to save a certain achievement for last. More on that when we get to said achievement. The first thing to do is to complete the game. There are no difficulty settings to choose from, so it should be a pretty easy step to complete. The game can be finished in about 6 to 8 hours, and there are no major checkpoint achievements for reaching certain milestones like beating a specific boss. Only the final boss, which is beating the game. So starting with the very first achievement I unlocked, the list is as follows. Squid Soup. Accept Jefferson's Soup. This achievement is obtained when heading to the third major area in the game when you stop by the stranded sailor location. You'll need to talk to this guy right here with a squid attached to his back controlling him, and I am like 95% sure that this is a corpse and that it's being controlled by the squid. Now I don't know if the corpse's name is Jefferson or the squid, but that don't matter. Cremation. Upgrade the fire ability. You'll notice that there isn't really an order of how I got these achievements. That's because the game is more of an old school Zelda game where you wander and explore different areas while unlocking new abilities that allow you to explore even more than when you first enter it. One of these abilities is Fire, which lets you summon a fireball to damage enemies or to light torches to open up doors. As I was exploring the world, I came across this door with 2 guards standing outside. Upon entering, you're greeted with a mini-boss, and once beaten, you get an upgrade to your specific spell. In this instance, it was the Flame spell, which I rarely used outside of puzzles. Clever too much. Gain a devoted fan. Another one like Squid Soup where you have to interact with an NPC and go down a dialogue path. This particular NPC is some poor sap locked behind a gate, and in my second playthrough he remained locked up. But in the first playthrough you free him and speak to him at the stranded sailor, and then this will pop for you. Pretty easy. Big Spender. Purchase 12 stat upgrades. As long as you aren't trying to max out each stat line one by one, you'll get this achievement with little to no issues. You may have to hunt down a couple soul masses, but you should have this by the halfway point, I'd say. Banging Tune. Listen to Bar's magnum opus. I really wish I didn't have to listen to it, is all I'll say. To get this achievement, just speak to Barb as she appears. She will first be at the forest settlement and then the stranded sailor before ending up at Castle Lockstone. As long as you keep chatting her up, you'll get the achievement, but it's kind of easy to miss if you don't speak to her. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Crow. Upgrade the hook shot ability. Another one of those combat challenges that is fairly easy as you unlock more abilities. Pretty much all 4 of these have a variant of the same boss, but nothing you can't handle. Hawkeye. Upgrade the arrow ability. Oh look, another one of these little mini boss guys that give you an upgrade for achievement. What a surprise. I'm sure this one will be harder than the last.
And it's gone!
No threat detected. Get a forest spirit through security. I actually got this by accident. You just go down to the security check with a guard, not treating this like a TSA checkpoint, and walk near a forest spirit, which is one of these little green flower guys, and have them follow you through the checkpoint. Simple. And in hindsight, a lot of these achievements are a little bit easier than they initially seem when you're playing through the game. They actually have a lot of simple inputs and simple mechanics in order to get these achievements, so it's not too bad so far. There is one achievement at the end though that annoyed me more than anything else, but we'll get to that. I promise you we will get to that. Crow Gamer. Beat the game. Puns aside, the game is not truly over because there is plenty more to do before you wrap up a single complete playthrough, but for now, beat this boss and then watch the credits roll. Important to note that there is no New Game Plus, but you can go back and explore in your current save. Specialist. Max out any of the 4 stats. There isn't really one stat that I suggest prioritizing over another, except maybe strength when you're going for the last achievement that I went for, and I should have gone for that achievement first, but I am an idiot, so there's that. You will need 400 for the first upgrade, 600 for the second upgrade, 800 for the third, 1000 for the fourth, and 1500 for the last, but there isn't a rush because the complete playthrough will get you there. Plothead. Access Pothead's Secret Garden. This is actually attainable fairly early on, but you might as well save it for later. But in case you're impatient and want it now, you go over to this section with all these pots and smash them as I do here. Once the secret stairs open up and you head down, you'll have your achievement, you impatient child. Zen. Find all the shrines. There are 16 total shrines. Some of them are easy, some of them are a little more hidden. I'd recommend looking for a guide, and I'll post a link to the guides I use as I progress through the game for these achievements. These shrines upgrade your health and magic abilities, which is really handy but not necessary to beat the game. You can get through it with just the base starting health and magic. It's more of a convenience thing. Reap what you sow. All seeds collected and planted. Same thing here, I will link the guide I used to get this achievement because there ain't no way that I was going to spend time wandering aimlessly around looking for all 50 of these seeds and planters for said seeds. Trust me, make this one easy on yourself, guys. Once all these are collected and planted, you'll want to head back to the secret garden that I showed you earlier and open the door and enter here. You'll get a tablet for your efforts, which you'll need later on for another achievement. Weapon Master. Collect all weapons. My dumb self thought I would naturally acquire all these weapons as I went through the game. So imagine my utter shock when the credits rolled and I was one weapon short in my inventory. Come to find out that this last weapon, which is also the best weapon, can only be accessed by completing a puzzle. You need to break 4 separate walls using the bomb spell and then hit each switch behind the wall. You can follow my movements here and see exactly where they are one by one. But yeah, the weapon does pretty solid damage and remained my go-to for the remainder of the first playthrough, and it looks utterly goofy watching this little crow dragging this big sword behind him. I absolutely love it. Conga line. Have a gang of 10 plus 4 spirits follow you. I don't know how early you can actually get this achievement, but I got this after I beat the game, and it was when I was looking for secrets to 100% the game. Essentially, you just go to the first area and find these little annoying things that for some reason body block you from escaping damage. Not that that happened to me or anything. So yeah, just walk around this area collecting a line of 10 of these little guys, and then boom, achievement unlocked. Ooh, shiny. Collect all shiny things. Most of these are in obvious spots that you can find if you just explore a little off the beaten path, but some of them you really have to look out for. Again, if you want to skip all of this, just check out the guide I used to complete this as well. Demo Crow. Upgrade the bomb ability. The last of the upgrades for the abilities, and this one makes it so you can't damage yourself with your own bomb spell. I did not care about that because by the time someone is that close to you, you'll just take the damage from the enemy instead. So just keep a distance and instead you have a useless upgrade. A Stroll of Jefferson. Take a midnight stroll of Jefferson. This is the first step to getting the true ending of the game, which you need for an achievement anyways. But before you can even carry this ugly squid from one side of the map to the other while he blabbers in your ear about how much he is enjoying the ride, you get to pick up this key that the boss drops and then take it to this bell tower and strike the bell at the top to change the time of day to night. Then you can head to the stranded sailor and talk to Jefferson to get him on your back. Once you get him all the way across, you collect the tablet. One of the 7 that you'll need for the secret ending. Start at the stranded sailor and take him all the way to the flooded fortress where he will guide you along a secret path, and again, this is one tablet of 7. In Cahoots, meet with 3 owls. Thankfully, the rest of these tablets are a little bit easier to get. One of them comes from talking to these owls in the estate of the Urn Witch, Overgrown Ruins, and the Old Watchtowers. Simply walk up and have a friendly chat with them, and then you get your achievement and your tablet. Follow the guide below for where you can find them, but you can hear them hooting in the distance as you wander, so they are fairly easy to find. A true ending. Question mark, question mark, question mark. That's literally the description of this achievement. This is a long one that involves the previous 2 achievements as steps, as well as a couple other steps on top of that. Step 1 is a Stroll of Jefferson achievement. The second step is the In Cahoots achievement, and that will get you 2 of the 7 tablets. The other 5 are found from miscellaneous tasks like defeating this boss here, which requires you to have a specific shiny thing to access it, completing this Avarice encounter over in the Overgrown Ruins, and lighting these 6 torch braziers in the Old Watchtowers, guiding these 7 ghosts to the resting place in these keyholes, and finally collecting and planting all 50 seeds. There is no order that needs to be done, but I implore you to look up a guide and follow it because it can get more confusing the longer you wander around aimlessly. Once all the tablets are collected, you need to go to the camp of the Free Crows and visit the shrine to see the true ending. After that, the achievement is yours. Lord of Chores. 100% complete the game. Collect every shiny thing, collect every seed and plant them, collect every weapon, collect every spell and upgrade for each spell, collect every shrine, interact with every character, and then this achievement is yours. I'd argue this is the one I dislike the most simply because there is no map to help you find these items, so using a guide is practically the only way to get everything in a somewhat quick fashion. But there's one more achievement that I would say I dislike just a smidge more. And I did it to myself. Hot Pot. Set Grandma's pot on fire. During the witch boss fight, throw a fireball spell at her when she's inside a pot doing a spinning teacup move, and then watch as she flies out in a panic so you can beat her senseless with her weapon for some extra damage. Meal for a king. Feed the frog king an explosive treat. I don't know how I didn't attempt this on my first playthrough out of curiosity alone. Just throw this bomb at him when his mouth is open and he's giving you the Kirby Suck Suck 3000 combo. This will lead to more free damage so that you can finish this boss quickly. Academy of Umbrellas. Beat the game only using an umbrella as your melee weapon. This is the achievement that I regret not trying to get from the beginning, because I could have gotten all the achievements in one playthrough, but because I'm not a smart person at all, I beat the game using all the cool weapons and not thinking anything of it. Not only did I have to play through the game a second time, but I also had to use the worst weapon in the game. Even after maxing out my strength stat, I still was weak at damaging with this weapon, if you could even call this thing a weapon. I may as well have been striking them with a newspaper with how little damage this thing was doing. This is basically the game's version of hard mode, so that kind of made it feel progressive difficulty instead of unfair. Overall, as far as this game goes, I completed it in 18 hours, and I definitely recommend going through the game for the umbrella achievement first. While doing this, collect as much as you can and upgrade your weapons as much as possible to make the bosses feel like less of a slog. There is no new game plus, so it is important to upgrade that stat as much as possible so that the final boss is easier. I added a lot to that final boss, which you can watch on stream on TikTok at One Stranded Person. Here you can watch me struggle with other achievement and trophy hunts while laughing at my pain and misery. If you want to stay in the next hunt, you can join my Discord, where we will be giving away a Scuff gaming controller to one of the first 100 members to join. But yeah, thanks for hanging out today and checking out the video. Let me know if you plan on going for this achievement hunt. And other than that, I hope you all have a good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time of day it is. I appreciate all of you. Much love.